Ashraf Garda.
So normally we get fired up with Ashraf Gangrekar, but of course he speaks on behalf of the African Muslims Agency. And as we speak, perhaps for the last time, I would think for this Ramadan on this show, Ashraf wants to talk about some plans that the AMA are involved in. So Ashraf Garda to Ashraf Gangrekar, Salaam Alaikum once again.
Wa alaikum salam, Ashraf, and I want to thank you again for the opportunity. It's been always, as always, great speaking to you. And so, yeah, I thought we'd wrap up our little segment for this month with AMA work. Bottom line, Ashraf, is the understanding that as Ramadan comes to an end, the hunger, the despair, the hopelessness for millions of people does not. And so the notion of, that great, we've done our job, there is no such thing. Because as you know, Ashraf, there is no limits to the suffering of our brothers and sisters, and thus there should be no limits to our generosity. And so our work carries on, and whether it is, and I mentioned, a couple of shows ago that at the start of the 10 nights, I was very, excited to announce that we had made inroads into countries in the western part of Africa, and that we're going to try and explore further. Obviously, in the refugee camps of Lebanon, Palestine, rebuilding of Turkey and Syria continues, and all where there is suffering and grief. And so our job to simply respond. And yesterday I tried to implore the listeners and to remind perhaps that this is what we need to keep on doing. And so if we are going to take up the lessons of Ramadan, this consistency, Allah loves that which is constant, even in small amounts. And say we can just donate, whether it's to AMA or to any of the organizations doing great work. I just want to encourage people just to keep on giving because people keep on needing. And it's not in any way in terms of creating sort of bigger mentality and a handout mentality, because we in fact have a number of programs that lead to empowerment. But it's just such that there are people who die of starvation for us in the 21st century. There are people who die simply because it's freezingly cold when it is winter in Lebanon and in Afghanistan. And if we don't intervene, then quite honestly, those of us who have the capacity to help, that becomes our responsibility in some way or the other. So in conclusion, Ashraf, I want to thank you for the excellent engagement that I've always enjoyed. Thanks Salam Media for hosting us on the show. To those who have listened, and if we benefited at all, then that would be awesome. Then on behalf of AMA, to each and every one, if it is Eid tomorrow or on Sunday, let it be a joyous, blessed Eid Mubarak with thoughts for our brothers and sisters, particularly in Palestine and those in grief all over the world.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Ashraf, great chatting to you. Absolutely. And I think you're right about just giving. Give in Ramadan, give in the last 10 days of Ramadan, give beyond Ramadan, just give because your giving changes the lives of other people. I mean, you've had those, that Wish campaign is a great example of it, and your payoff line of 35 years of empowering, educating, and inspiring is exactly that. Your giving or our giving helps you to deliver on effectively our mandate to empower, educate, and inspire other people, and you the conduit for just that. So shukran for that. Thank you for your time. Good chatting to you as always. And I'm sure we'll chat soon, if not on air, then definitely off air, where we can literally have a cup of coffee soon, inshallah.
I look forward to it. Absolutely, Ashraf. Take care. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. If not in Joburg, then certainly in Cape Town. That needs to happen soon. Always good chatting to Ashraf Gangrekar from the Africa Muslims Agency. We're going to cross to the precincts around Masjid Al-Aqsa in what we've been calling the Al-Aqsa Watch all throughout the week. We speak to Nabila Latif and Lutfia Abbas right after this.
For